It's an Irish nickname for Mary Catherine. So when I was in trouble, I was called Mary Catherine, and when I was not in trouble, I just went by Mary Kay, and I really go by MK.
MK.
To my friends.
MK.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to tell you guys, this is a party of Nazareth Housing, which is one of our many projects that we love to be involved in Gramercy Park. I have the mission here. It's community-based nonprofit committed to the promotion of housing stability, I like to use your words, and economic independence among low-income families and individuals in New York City. Now, I have these 4 areas that they focus on. This is their work: homeless prevention, supportive housing, urgent needs assistant, emergency family shelter. My son Tim Cohen had handmade. He was going into a business where he was manufacturing boots, and he gave a few hundred boots that he worked on by hand as part of our gift, and also we're giving them money, funds from the Gramercy Park Block Association, because we believe in these guys. We're very carefully who we give money to and what it's for, and we curate programs that we want to be involved in. Now, this wonderful lady here is the executive director. Her name is Mary Kay Orr, O-R-R. I think it's O-R-R.
That's true.
And she's going to give you a little bigger picture than I did of the areas that they focus on. This is to give back to our Gramercy Park community so they can have an idea of where their money goes and what they do with it. So this is Mary Kay Orr.
Hi. So first, I want to say thank you to Arlene and to all of her neighbors and to the association, because we could not do our work without committed supporters in the community such as you. So thank you for that. So tonight we had a holiday party for our clients, and the clients who came today are clients that receive a range of services. Some of them are involved in our homelessness prevention program. So they receive food security through our food pantry. They receive financial counseling and free tax preparation services. Last year we actually prepared 1,400 returns for low-income families, returned $2.2 million to the community.
That's great.
So that really lifts working families' income in the community. Others are here for eviction counseling. They're facing eviction. They work with us to arrange a rental arrears program so that they can remain stably housed. So everybody here who was here tonight, who you've seen the video, and all those great children trying on those beautiful, wonderful shoes, were families that we serve day in and day out. A little bit about Nazareth. We were founded in 1983 as part of the urban homesteading movement in the Lower East Side. We are a nonprofit. We are a secular nonprofit, but we were founded by a nun named Sister Mary and Agnes, who worked with displaced families in the Lower East Side to take over abandoned buildings, renovate them, and house low-income families. So we have 2 buildings here where we homesteaded, and our families live here who are low-income families who we work to support so they remain stably housed.
Could you just tell us a little bit about your emergency family shelter? Because
Sure.
I see that's
So we
one
also,
of your focuses.
So one of the focuses, besides providing urgent needs assistance and providing homelessness prevention, is we also serve to provide emergency family shelter to families through the city. So we are what's known as a Tier 2 family shelter program, where we provide housing to families who have lost their housing. And then we work with them. They are co-housed in our low-income buildings. We don't want children to feel that they have the stigma on the Lower East Side of living in a shelter. So they live in an apartment building where some residents are permanent, long-standing residents, and others are here working with us to receive housing counseling, job readiness training, so that they can then find new housing somewhere either in the Lower East Side or in one of the 5 boroughs.
That's wonderful, because we see that huge increase in homelessness around the city. So we often see children. We have a woman and her 11-year-old child sit on the church steps in the cold weather last year, January, February. They just didn't feel safe going. They tried shelters, and there were actually no real backups for this. Actually, now I know I'm going to call you.
You should call us.
Yeah.
So when
Now
a family
I've got
loses
a plan.
housing, They can, now, so a family in shelter, we cannot take directly. They must go to PATH, which is the intake center that the family runs, but it's a 24/7 center. If that is a safe center, they will do a diagnostic and then they will place the family in a residence.
Where
and
is
that's
that
how
located?
That's in the Bronx.
Yeah, you
So-
see, even that is a big deal for
But
this.
people can call 311. They can
They
call
should
us
start with
directly.
311.
They should start with 311. We get calls every day, and
That's
we'll
good
advise
to
them
know.
how to do it.
Because we're always frustrated,
Yeah.
you know, because we call the police, they said they can't do anything. We spoke to the church, they said they can't do anything. Everybody tells you they really can't do anything.
So New York City is unique in the country, as you probably know. We are the only city in the country where residents of this city, whether they're documented or undocumented, have a right to housing. The city is
didn't know
required to
that.
provide housing to anybody who's a resident of this city.
And we're the only city that has
The only
that?
city in the United States that has that law. It was based back in, you may know this, the Coalition for the Homeless sued New York City in the early 80s.
Mary somebody.
Yeah, and there was a
Yeah.
huge housing
Roseanne.
crisis then. So there are 3 intake
And we have a
centers.
crisis again.
We do.
We haven't had it in a while, but
We
we
do.
have it now again. All right, well,
Call
thank
us.
you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
very happy personally to meet
Thank
you.
you, it was a pleasure.
And
Thank
now
you for
I feel
coming.
even happier to know where our money will be going
Yeah.
in the future. We may
Thank
even
you.
up our donations
Thank
now.
you so much for what
See,
you do.
we like a hands-on. We just don't write checks. We really want to know
It's great.
exactly.
Our best supporters are people who really know our work and have boots on the ground and see our work. We
Boots
are
on the ground. That's
yeah,
what we
that's
love.
who we seek to be.
We love the military as well. All right,
Good.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
and
your
thank you.
support.
You've been great,
Thank
by
you,
the way.
Sanders, a gem.
Sanders, very good.
Isn't he?
Yeah.